Good morning. It's Saturday, the 15th of August, and it's coming up to 4 o'clock in the morning. So, I wanted to do this video for you because I've just done the short on today's pre-race markets. But on today, it seemed the ideal day to do a chat video regarding trading Saturdays in general. So today, there's 9 meetings out there today, and I just want to explain to you how I view trading on Saturdays as opposed to any other day. Is it different? What are the differences? What do you need to do, etc., etc. So just bear with me. So today, as a specific example of what's happening, this afternoon we've got Newbury, Newmarket, Doncaster, Ripon, Perth, Dundalk, and then there's 3 meetings tonight. So we'll just focus on this afternoon, where it's going to be extremely busy, and you need to have a plan. Now, 3 years ago, I think it was 2023, I did a live YouTube broadcast where I traded live for, I think it ended up, it was either an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes. And during that, I traded everything. I did that because I felt it had to be done, because otherwise I could say to people the next market is not very good, so just wait here for 10 minutes and I'll look at the next one. It wouldn't have made very good viewing. As it was, I looked back afterwards at it and I thought, I should have done this, should have done that. But it was what it was, because it was live, unfiltered, and it is what it is. So what you need to do is to look at your Saturday and make a plan. Plan your work and work your plan. I know it sounds a bit trite maybe and a bit old-fashioned, but it's true. So let's look at today. So the 6 meetings this afternoon. Number 1, as lovely as Dundalk is, as lovely as it is on a Friday night in the winter, for a Saturday afternoon in August, you've got to bin it. So you've got to look at the other 5 meetings there. And normally, you must appreciate that, ignoring the trading side of it initially, Saturdays are bookmaker-friendly days. They are the days when the biggest sponsorship is there with the bookmakers. You've got the competitive handicaps where it's 8-1 the field. Huge. I mean, the plan, the design is to get the punters' money in the bookmakers' pockets, and obviously normally it works because they are good. I mean, we all moan about the sort of the accountancy corporate side of bookmaking. I've got a lot of time for the bookmakers who work on the tracks, because they're great guys. I know many of them, and I've known many of them for 20, 30, 40 years. But when it comes down to Saturdays, they want your money, basically. The punters are watching TV, they want a winner. Now, as a trader, you're not bothered about a winner. You just want to make a profit from the market. So how are you going to approach it? Well, I would suggest that you do one of 2 things. You either go into your BetAngel Guardian, if you use that, or whatever software you're using, and make a list of the races you want to play in. And obviously, when you're trading, your trading is based on clues and evidence in the market, and so that's what you're looking for. There's no point trading a race where there's 8 runners, there's 50 grand in the market. You need to be where the money is. So make a plan, and if you don't use your software to do that, just make a list of the markets there. I mean, I did in the little chat on the pre-race markets today, I've mentioned about 8 races. You need to cut through the rubbish really and just work where the money is. So do they behave differently on a Saturday? Yes, they do, I think. You need to, a lot of people when they're trading to start with, they're going to avoid the races where there's 8-1 the field. And I can understand that. If you are working in a market, a run-of-the-mill market, where it's a 1v2 or a 1v2 and 3, then they're very defined. And of course, once you start trading the big handicaps. You need more money. If you're using a small bank and the favourite is trading at 8 and you're using £10 stakes, then, you're going to think, oh, you're only going to get a few pence out of it if you're trading properly, because we're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. So the whole plan of this, the idea of this little video is to say that Saturdays are different. Saturdays are different. And run-of-the-mill markets, Monday to Friday, including Sundays and that, they can be much simpler. A couple of meetings to deal with, whereas everything that's going on Saturday is a bit like a whirlwind, really, and you're in the middle of it. But you need to be organised. You need to have a plan as to what you do. Anyway, that's all I want to say about it. Trading Saturdays. And you're going to find that next week there's a brilliant meeting, starts at York. It's the EBOR meeting, starts on Wednesday. If anybody is interested in joining the group, we've got 3 people have come on board, have formed a new group using Telegram rooms and some of my library of 500 trading videos, so I haven't put them all there at once because it's going to overwhelm people. But if you want to know more about trading, it's something you want to develop as a skill, then let me know in the email below, which isn't below because I'm recording this at 4 in, but it is in the opening segment of the last couple of chat videos, and it is, I believe, racingsteve54@gmail.com. So if you're interested in trading, give us a shout. Just send me an email. We'll have a chat. And otherwise, have a great day today. But Saturdays are different, and you must be prepared for that. Don't turn up expecting it to be a Monday or a Tuesday with just 2 meetings and that you can focus fully. I think you've got the 2 scenarios where you can either start off, you go, I'm going to trade the lot, but I tell you, you can do it. But you really need to have a high concentration level when you're working at that pace. You need to be ruthless in your decisions. And in the early stages of your career, you might find that's a bit of a struggle. So, choose the markets where the evidence is going to be, because that's what you need to see. You need to see the volume, the traded volumes, the traded ranges, the interaction, the graphs, the unmatched money. All of these things combine to make those opportunities for you to trade and earn a profit. Anyway, I hope that's been useful. 8 minutes this morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to do a bit more in Australia, and then I'm going to go back to bed. So have a good day. Cheers.